What's this I hear about you have a boyfriend?
And?
Is it true?
And what? Yeah, it's true. And what?
So what about us?
It's nothing with you.
This is Ashanti.
Ashanti.
Okay. You know Shatara,
Yes, I
obviously. I'm curious, how old are you?
18.
So you're a little younger.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so like, what?
A couple years younger, 4.
Couple years,
right?
yeah.
Okay.
Why?
Why what?
Why do all of this?
I tried to break it off. I tried to reveal myself to you plenty of times.
Not once did you ever say, I'm lying to you.
Because I didn't know how to say it.
I opened the window plenty of times.
Plenty of times, but how's it going? It's not something I can just like automatically get out and tell you.
I opened the door when we had the conversation about Catfish.
You opened the door.
What did you say?
I said, what did I say? I said,
I'm not
because
Catfish.
that's my way of telling it. And I couldn't lie to you. Even though I was lying, I wasn't able to like fully come out to you, even though you opened the door, you so-called said. Like, I didn't think it would be a big of a deal. I kind of thought that you knew, but I didn't really.
How am I supposed to know?
I just assumed that you did.
How?
After I broke it off, what is it like?
Well,
wait, when I broke it in September.
Even if you assumed that she knew you weren't being totally honest,
Uh-huh.
which she was suspicious of course, at times.
Yeah, I know she was suspicious.
There's no way for her to have known who you actually were. So the only way she would have known that is if you had said, like, look, I want to talk to you.
When the only thing you had to do was say and be honest with me up front. I am not who I say I am. I am not 22. I am 18.
Okay.
Like, this that you doing is a dangerous game. Like, real
I understand.
talk.
I don't do it anymore. You're the last one. I'm telling you, like, I promise I put that on
But
everything.
no, I'm gonna chalk all this up to the fact that you're 18.
When did you
No,
turn
it's
18?
I turned 18 October.
Just turned 18.
Just turned.
Yep, just turned 18 in October.
So this is weeks of recently turning 18?
Yep.
You have some serious growing up and maturing to do because this whole was all up.
I got a lot of things to learn.
I think it's
Just
for anybody.
turned 18.
Duh, we just established that like a couple minutes ago.
I'm not talking to you. I'm having a conversation with myself.
With yourself.
Dismiss.
Bitch, don't do that to me.
Dismiss. Did she
Whoa,
just call
whoa,
me a
whoa.
bitch?
I'm done. I'm done.
Did she just call me a bitch?
You can just go.
Oh,
I'm done.
Did she just call me a bitch?
How you doing?
Good.
Neve.
Hi.
Hi. What's your name?
Brian.
Brian.
Hi.
This is Jen.
Hi.
And we brought her from Iowa, just like I said we would. That comes as a bit of a shock, I think, for Jen and also us, is that you're not the guy that we saw in the pictures, and your name's also not Skylar.
Yeah, I basically pretended to be Skylar. Because I never wanted it to reach that point where she would know who I am.
So let me just get this straight. So do you have true feelings for Jennifer?
I don't have any like emotional feelings towards her. I would never be able to have like a romantic relationship with her.
Then why the are we here?
Well, she's actually not the only girl I spoke to. And felt like out of all the girls, this is like the perfect time. This is the perfect girl to finally come clean to and end like Skylar.
What are you ever hoping to gain from all of these half-true friendships that you have online? What's the point?
I wanted to like brush up my game, and this is just something I do.
You understand this all makes you look like a huge right?
Yeah.
Because I don't really give a that you wanted to come clean and set the story straight for all the other girls that you're being a to. Why did I bring this awesome, amazing girl from Iowa so that you could clear your conscience?
Because I feel like it's good for her to finally know the truth. And
You could have told her that on the phone, though, right?
yeah, but in a way, I wanted to end Skylar, and I feel like by telling Jen who I am, like that ends Skylar.
Right, but that's all about you. That's you taking care of your business and not really caring about how that's affecting someone else. It's kind of selfish.
Yeah, a little bit.
I don't really care anymore.
So you're literally fishing and hooking girls and then just kind of tossing them back into the ocean with scars.
I would just, I would stop speaking to them.
But are you sorry? Or do you feel like you kind of didn't do anything wrong here?
I don't know if I'm sorry, but it is what it is. And I was giving her like a gift of being in that relationship.
You were giving her a gift?
Yeah, I mean, she was happy, and I know I was leading her on, but I knew it would never be permanent.
How do we know this is like truly over? Because you don't really seem to give a.
It's not fun anymore at this point to have something going just to know that it's going to come to an end. For me, as bad as like something like this is.
There's something really just odd and off about the way you're talking about everything. Yeah. It's not that you're overcome with guilt by the sheer pain and embarrassment that you're causing these girls. It's about the fact that, oh, you don't want to just get into a relationship that you know you're going to have to end. None of it had to do with, I'm hurting a lot of people, and that makes me feel terrible inside.
I thought that was obvious. It's obvious that I'm hurting these people, and I know that.
It's obvious that you're hurting these people, but it's
Then
not.
why
It's
do
not.
it?
What's not obvious is that
what-
you care about
Right.
that.
Honestly, I don't think you even have feelings. That's how I feel.
I think that's how we all feel.
I do.
I don't believe in anything you have to say. I really don't.
Right, which leads me to my next thing, which is there's only one way to tell if you're sorry, and that's by stopping.
You're right. You're 100% right.
Prove me right.
Okay.
All right, so we'll just be in touch and let you know about maybe meeting back up.
Thanks, guys.
All right, see you later.
Miss you all.
Wait, what'd you say at the end? Miss you all?
Yeah.
Like, what is that? That just sounded like a joke. Like, did you really say miss you all? Like a playful, like, was that a playful remark? Did you just completely forget everything we just said to you about you, like, appearing like a total head, and then as we're leaving, you make, like, a jestful remark? Miss you all?
No.
Dude, like, you really seem like a huge head.
Yeah.
So think about that.
Working on it.
That's
Thank you. Whew. All right. Nailed it.
Hey bro, how's it going? My name's Kelsey. I'm Adam the Gambler.
Oh, wow. So what's your end game here?
Just to have fun with you, man. That was it. You know, it was a game. It's over now.
So this is all just fun and games?
Yeah, really it is, yeah.
Is there something else more meaningful that you think you proved with this?
No, there's no deeper meaning to any of this.
Whose pictures are you using?
Actually, a girl I know from high school.
Do you have a job? Are you in school?
Yeah, this is like my job right now. I'll go here, I time the jackpot, so I'll just do whatever I want on my phone, time the jackpot, win about 60 bucks for the night, go home.
How do you know you're gonna win the jackpot?
I have an algorithm, you see. I count the number of people in here, right? And then I have like all the times on my phone. I can even show you that. I have all the times that they've ever gone off.
He's rigged.
Right.
Yeah. In between jackpots, there's like a transition period where you're waiting for the thing. So I'd log in here, pretend to be Kelsey, talk to him a while. It was just something to do to pass the time.
Did you create that psychology group to lure people in to then like mess with them and carry on fake relationships with?
You know, I took advantage of the fact that I had this group up. Yeah, no, let's add this other account of mine in there and let's see who we can mess with, you know?
How many people do you think you've catfished?
I would say about maybe 30, 40, around there. It's just interesting to me and fun.
Is your relationship with Ellie something that you even care about?
Or are you just using her?
Oh no, I care about Ellie. You know, she's my girlfriend. It's not a cover-up or anything like that. I have genuine feelings for her.
I've talked to Ellie before. Sweet girl, amazing girl. What in the world makes you think you're getting anywhere with that?
I can justify anything. I can justify anything.
So how'd you like my pic?
Yeah, that was, it's interesting. Thank you for sending it to me. I really want that on my computer.
You yourself off to this.
No, I deleted it quickly after.
Did you just wake up this morning and say, you know what, I want to play a bad guy on TV. I just want to be the worst version of myself that I can be. Is that what you decided?
Yeah, that was what that's...
I mean, is this really who you are right now?
This is really who I am. I'm the Joker.
I mean,
this is the kind of loser that gives our show a bad name. I mean, do we really sitting here
Yeah.
giving him any airtime?
I'm the king of catfishes, right?
no, you're not.
I am. I am the king catfish.
You're really not.
I am.
I'm done here. I'm done. I'm done.
It's just a big waste. That's all.
I mean, I kind of, expected this as a scenario here, something like this, that it's some kind of internet troll of some sort. You live and you learn, and you won't make the same mistake twice.
Is that the reaction you were hoping for?
No, it's not actually. I was really hoping that you'd get really angry. I wanted to boil you, but it didn't seem to happen that way. It's too bad.
I can understand you think you're this sort of mastermind.
Right.
But it's going to be a long and boring and sort of meaningless life.
I have a good, a good job, a good life. I'm happy with myself. I can say that. I can manipulate this fool right here and say that I'm happy with myself.
Pitiful, man. It's pitiful.
Okay, obviously you understand why we're here. You admitted that you created this profile. So we were hoping to hear a little bit more about that.
I was bored with my life, so I wanted to be someone else.
Right.
Like the whole Jacqueline Lincoln thing was like Miley, Hannah, Tracy by day. On the internet, I was Jacqueline by night.
Is that Hannah Montana? Is that how it works?
Yeah, that's how I did everything. Like I come home from school, bang, I'm Jacqueline, not Tracy anymore.
How old were you when you started doing that?
I was 14 in middle school.
So now you're about 20.
20 today.
20 today, oh, that's right.
Yeah.
That's right, your birthday.
What could you do as Jacqueline that you couldn't do as Tracy?
Oh my gosh. I don't know. As Jacqueline, I could talk to anyone I wanted and bully people and stuff. It all comes back to when people bully me. So I have to bully other people too to get revenge.
But why take out what people do to you on other people who didn't do anything to you?
Because they bullied me too. People, they're you're fake, you're fake.
But
you were fake.
But they didn't know that.
A lot of people don't like Felicia because they associate her with your up profile.
I really don't like Felicia. I think she deserves it. She thinks she's a model and she thinks she's all that. I'm still mad at her. Jacqueline was popular. She had all that popularity and Felicia ruined it. That's why I don't really like her.
Should I apologize for ruining that?
Yeah.
Because I'm sincerely sorry.
Jacqueline was a real person. Well, she wasn't a real person. I was the real person.
Do you take drugs?
I'm not on drugs. I never took a drug in my life. I'm just naturally happy and hyper.
Just out of curiosity, I was wondering why you seem so proud of this.
Because, I created Jacqueline Lincoln, and I'm proud of creating her. I'm proud of it. It really helped me. When I got to bully people online, I felt so tough.
Look, this is relatively pointless, what's going on right here.
Am I done with her?
Yeah, I mean, we're done for now. We're all done for now.
Good.
Yeah.
Felicia, are you gonna say happy birthday? That was so much fun.
Hello.
Hi, we're looking for Cassandra.
Yeah, it's her. How did you get my address?
Really wasn't that hard, actually.
Okay.
So,
It's
you're Zoe.
Yeah. Okay.
Obviously, you know,
Yeah.
I'm Craig, and
Fully aware.
this is my sister,
Yeah.
Mariah. Oh, man.
I imagine you know why we're here. You've been pretending to be this girl Zoe online now for quite some time, and we were hoping to see if you had an explanation or some excuse or anything
I
you
don't got
wanted
no
to say.
excuse.
What was your purpose? Why?
It was just a joke, and it just got out of hand. So.
But what you done? You know how
I mean,
many times I
listen,
contemplate in my mind, am I crazy?
You don't have to sit there and tell me what I've done because I'm fully aware of what I've done.
But why? And what'd you get from it?
It was just a game, a joke. Put people on blast, basically.
Put people on blast.
To get revenge on them or
I want to say revenge, just mess with people.
Look, we just spent the last 3 days talking to people whose relationships and lives you've ruined.
Like a whole community, a whole...
Yeah, I know.
My life
I know.
too.
Yours too.
You made me lose trust with people. You made me break up relationships that I had with some of my closest friends. Even you, I thought, was a close friend of mine at the time.
I'll just keep it real with you about your friends. I really didn't feel bad.
But none of those people did anything to you, right?
No, not really.
You know, you stabbed me in the heart plenty of times. You know, playing me, lying to me, and I still stood by your side.
Yeah. No
You've done some nasty like why?
Yes,
like,
I know I
well,
have,
there is an
but-
explanation for it somewhere.
Okay.
What is like?
I truthfully just did it. I don't. It just got in hand. I did it for fun. I'm not gonna lie.
So
like
pretty much it got
I
you
made
off.
some.
Did you have feelings for Craig?
No.
Remy?
Yeah.
I'm Neve.
I'm Elle.
How you doing?
Hey, how's it going?
And this is Angel. Is your real name Remy?
Nah, it's not my real name.
What is your name?
I don't want to say it.
You're really not gonna tell us your name?
Nah.
Or should we just call you Remy then, I guess?
You call me Remy.
You guys already know each other? Oh, okay. How much of the story that you told her was true?
I mean, really everything except for who I am.
So your girlfriend is a real person?
Yeah, I got a girlfriend for real.
And then why are you messing with people on Plenty of Fish? I don't get it.
It wasn't for a relationship. It was more like it was a joke to me. And I made a count to see how long it'll take somebody to figure out that it was fake.
That's a weird hobby.
It was just something to do in my downtown.
So I imagine you talk to lots of people.
Nah, it was just her. She was the first one to reply.
I mean, you guys talked all the time. There had to be something real in that.
Nah, it wasn't.
Obviously, if you have a girlfriend, you're not gonna come on TV and say that you had feelings for her. But like, I think it's very clear, based on the fact that you were talking as much as you were, that you guys had a relationship. You can tell me whatever you want, but like, you can't pretend for the 3 months that you guys were talking, it never meant something to you.
It really didn't.
Yeah, I've heard you say that already, but I don't believe it.
I basically talk to you like I talk to my best friend. And I'm telling you things that nobody else knows. Like, I go through enough. And then for someone to just sit here and tell me that this is a game to you and it's not funny.
I also don't believe that you have no feelings towards her. No offense, you may be a good liar, but I don't think you're that great of an actor. Something is real. I can see you kind of squirming. I know you feel bad.
I feel bad a little bit, but not enough for me to sit here and like apologize and tell her I'm wrong for everything I did.
So you wouldn't apologize for that?
No, I don't.
Really? Don't you think it's pretty up to be like, I want to help you take care of your baby? I want to be there?
I never took it as like we're in like a committed relationship. She just wasn't catching on quick enough.
Right, but if the game was to mess with people, you would have just moved on.
Nah, it was interesting to see her come around the house and like not find me. Like I'd be sitting inside a car somewhere else.
Where'd you get the D. Jackson profile from?
Found it on Facebook.
You just found some random person?
Yeah.
Sent her the kid's real profile with a different name, a different Snapchat. He lives in Chicago. I mean, like, that's a first.
That's daring. You sent her the real profile.
I don't know. I didn't take it serious. Like I thought it was funny.
What made you change your mind about coming and meeting up today?
I mean, who would want to be on TV? Once in a lifetime.
Okay, I think that's it. That your part of this story, I think, is over.
All right.
Hello.
Hi.
Alicia. Sorry.
Yeah.
Came here, obviously, to introduce you to Aaliyah. You guys know each other, clearly.
You don't have anything to say? I had to say, girl, if I wanted to meet you, we stay in the same city. I would have made that happen.
So you don't want to? You didn't want to meet me?
No, I don't.
What's this I hear about you have a boyfriend?
And?
Is it true?
And what? Yeah, it's true. And what?
So what about us?
It's nothing with you.
What you mean it's nothing?
Oh my God.
I didn't send you money. I didn't bought you a phone.
And? It was a lie. What?
Like, you embarrassed me.
You embarrass yourself by doing all this.
You could have been told me this. Like, I talk to you every day. You couldn't tell me. So
I didn't want to hurt your
do.
feelings. I didn't want to hurt your feelings.
But it's okay to hurt them now.
You wanted this, so you got it.
What did you want?
I guess I got what I wanted.
And what was that?
Whatever you gave me.
I need all that back. What about your job?
You was my job.
It's not that you might have
Do
feelings.
you know you ruined?
No,
do you know you ruined my life?
Girl, whatever.
You ain't even got a job. Like, you're not even worth my time.
Whatever.
Like,
Okay then.
do you
so
know how
why
much
are
of
you
my time
here?
you
If I'm not
wasted?
worth your time, why are you here? Why y'all here then?
Obviously, I thought you loved me.
Well, you thought wrong.